and thank you for joining us for another Tuesday live stream. I am obviously not Chuck Ridgway. I am Marcy Tyree, the marketing specialist here at Horner Automation. And I am coming to you from Process Expo at McCormick Place in the beautiful city of Chicago. With me this week in the booth, I have Emily Tedder and Jason Horner, who is the son of our owner, Phil Horner. Also joining us will be Robert and Nick from Frontline Technical Sales Group, as well as Robert Miller from Powermation. So thank you to all of you for helping us in our booth this week. If you're in the area, we encourage you to stop by the show and check out all of the latest and greatest trends in manufacturing equipment. And if you stop by our booth at 4601, you will have a chance to see our first Horner Solutions Group product, which is our pre-programmed OEE solution, along with various other currently released products as well as soon-to-be released products. You will also be able to test out our not yet released Canvas series models with the long-awaited Seascape 10. You will also be able to enter our contest giveaway to win one of our Micro X7 all-in-one controllers. Unfortunately for us, Chuck Ridgway was feeling a little under the weather and was not able to join us this week in the booth. But don't turn us off yet. He is standing by in Indianapolis to give you a little bit better detail of everything we have on display here in our booth. But before I turn it over to Chuck, all of us here in the booth would like to wish you a very happy birthday tomorrow, and we hope you're feeling better soon. Over to you, Chuck.
Thanks, Marcy. Yes, it is my birthday tomorrow. Thanks for that. And yes, I am a little bit under the weather still. I traveled last week, picked up a bug, and it just didn't make sense to expose my coworkers and customers to the same malady that I picked up last week. And I need to get back to 100% because my travel schedule is not letting up anytime soon. Now, before we dive into today's content, I want to provide a big shout out to Marcy and Emily for shooting and editing that montage for the show this week. It takes a lot of work to both shoot and edit that particular video. Great job, ladies. Okay, now today's content is really all about what is Horner showing off and previewing at Process Expo. So let's dive right in. So the first existing product that we're spotlighting at Process Expo is the Micro OCS family. This is our fastest growing OCS family. It's our entry-level product line, and we like to say it's the best all-in-one controller for simple applications. And here at the show, we're showing off the 7-inch and the 10-inch here. Now, one thing we like to do at trade shows is to try and illustrate the fact that OCSs are more than just touchscreens. That's why you see that X7 flipped around so that you can see the back from the front. We like people to see the fact that there's built-in I/O, there's all kinds of connectivity with Ethernet and serial ports and all those sorts of things. So that's the Micro OCS. And then if we zoom in a little bit on this X10, we'll take a closer look at some of the graphics. Now, the graphics are fairly straightforward. Here, Marcy is working with the slider object. There's also a trend object on the screen. You can see a rotary gauge object. But you also have the capability of importing your own images, and you can end up with some pretty nice looking graphics by doing so. Okay, the next product we're talking about, currently available, is our XL Prime family. Now, this was one of our bigger product releases of 2023. What we did is we took our most popular series, which is the XL series, and we completely redid the internal electronics to completely modernize them, especially when it comes to the memory technology. So what that means for any XL series users is this is an easy upgrade for you, almost no programming changes, and you get a little bit faster performance. And when I say latest memory technology, what I mean is we've completely eliminated rechargeable batteries. That means your machine is going to be more robust, especially if you're in a challenging environment. So you're certainly going to want to check out the XL Prime family. Now here at the show, we're showing off the XL4 Prime, the XL6 Prime, and the XLW Prime. Now if you're an existing user of the XL4, the EXL6, the EXLW, These units from the front should look familiar to you, and that's on purpose. Again, the whole goal here of the Prime series is to modernize the internal architecture so that we can continue to produce the product for years to come and eliminate those rechargeable batteries. And as you can see, as Marcy's kind of moving through some of the demo screens here, there's not a lot new from a graphics standpoint or anything like that. It's really all about providing those XL series users with an easy upgrade with almost no programming changes required. The next standard product available today we're showing off at Process Expo is our IO-Link master modules. Now, this was a development that we kept under the radar pretty well until product release. So we worked with Banner on their 2-channel and 4-channel IO-Link masters that allow you to add IO-Link capability to literally any OCS application. Now, we thought it made a lot of sense to work with Banner instead of kind of reinventing the wheel. So here at the show, we're showing off both of the masters. So we've got a 4-channel master, which is connected to an IO-Link photo sensor, as well as a stack light that you can't see from this shot here. And then we've got a 2-channel master, which is connected to a IO-Link hub. Okay, now the IO-Link hub is not a product that's currently available yet from Horner, but you can definitely get it from Banner. And what that product does is it aggregates traditional sensors and actuators into a single IO-Link device, which you can then add to an IO-Link master. So again, we think IO-Link is a terrific option, especially since for any really smart type sensor, it gives you the ability to set a lot of different field programmable type parameters up in the field, as you'd expect. And then in the future, if you ever have to replace that sensor, the IO-Link master itself maintains the profile and all the configuration, if you will, for that smart sensor or smart actuator. So you just plug in a new model from the factory, replacement sensor or replacement actuator, and the IO-Link master automatically programs it to your application requirements, and you're up and running in no time. So IO-Link is a terrific technology that we've added to OCS in 2023. All right, next at the show, we are highlighting the Horner Solutions OEE box. Now, one of the great things about Horner Solutions is that they come pre-configured, well, at least pre-programmed and ready to go. Any setup that's required in the application is all done from the touchscreen. There's no programming required. And we really consider this to be the fastest and easiest way to add OEE in any production environment. It doesn't matter whether it is a manual or an automatic work cell. Now here at the show, you can take a look there at the OEE box. It comes with its own, its own stack light. Now the stack light off to the side there, that's actually the one from IO-Link. The stack link for OEE is mounted there on top of the enclosure. And again, you have the ability to purchase this solution already in a box, ready to bolt to your machine. Now as we take a closer look, you can see that, again, you have the ability to change the configuration from the screen. You need a password, of course, as Marcy's illustrating. And there's a couple different views you can present to the operator. This one has a few more details on it, but there's also a simpler solution that's available. And one of the great things about our OEE solution is it does also include a call function. So in addition to real-time information on uptime, downtime, good parts, bad parts, it also logs all that information historically and provides a call function to help the operator get help when they need it. So that's the OEE solution from Horner Solutions. So next, let's move on to the products that we're highlighting, which are not yet available. And let's start with Canvas and Seascape 10. So these are a couple of the most widely anticipated Horner product releases in some time. Really, Canvas is all about, it's a brand new OCS series, all about graphics. So a brand new graphics engine, brand new graphics configuration tools that you'll have to use Seascape 10 to take advantage of. And really, Canvas offers the best graphics available yet in an OCS. We've got a lot of the same models or the same sizes you're familiar with a 4-inch, a 5-inch, a couple different 7-inch models, and a 10.1-inch widescreen. Another great thing about Canvas is that these models come bundled with WebMI or an enhanced version of WebMI, MQTT, as well as enhanced IEC for those IEC users. Now here at the show, we've got 4 different Canvas models we're showing off. We've got the 4, the 4.3, which we call the Canvas 5, and then 2 different 7-inch models. Now those 2 screens at the bottom, even though this is a little bit of a deceiving angle, those units both have the same size screen. It's a 7-inch screen. The unit on the left is the Canvas 7, and the unit on the right is the 7D. Now the 7D, it has the traditional dedicated function keys along with dual CAN, dual Ethernet audio, and those sorts of things. So one thing you'll notice about the 4 and the 7D, and that is even though those units still have traditional function keys, we've really de-emphasized those to give Canvas a sleek look. Those 2 models, the 4-inch and 7-inch, were too popular not to offer with traditional function keys, but again, we really wanted to de-emphasize the look there. So as we zoom in on the 7D model, you can see some new graphics, or at least a sampling of the new graphics. That includes an all-new redesigned trend object and a new video playback object. And with Canvas, you have the ability more than ever to embed help videos on your machine, which will definitely keep your users informed and up and running. So again, Canvas, it's all about the graphics. Next up, from a product preview standpoint, are additional options for OCS-I. Now, OCS-I has really gained popularity over the past year or so with its existing base option, as well as I think there are 6 I/O module options available today. But we're going to be adding over the next several months a whole bunch of additional options. We've got a new basic I/O base coming. We've got higher density analog. We have higher density dedicated input modules and dedicated output modules. And we've got a high-speed counter. So those are all options that are going to make OCS-I even better and truly the best way to add I/O to any OCS. Next, I've saved for last one of our biggest releases that we're working on for 2024. And those are some new OCS-I CPUs. Now, these are going to be a traditional approach to control, but with a lot of innovation built in. With these CPUs, you're going to have multiple options when it comes to performance, how much built-in I/O you use, what your display options are. But in any case, you're also going to have the ability to take advantage of OCS-I as either expansion I/O or as the primary I/O for the controller. Now, when it comes to a schedule, we're looking at about mid-2024 for these. Now here's our OCS-I and CPU display here at the show. And you can see these are some interesting looking products. That CPU there at the top, you can see a lot of the traditional type OCS connections and some new ones as well. And at the bottom, you've got a little less connectivity, but you can also see some built-in I/O. So that's a little bit of a take on a micro PLC, if you will, with expandable I/O. Now, in the case of both of these CPUs, these are going to be the first products from Horner that feature a USB-C port. It's about time to add those to new products here at Horner. So that'll be one of the new features that you'll see on these new CPUs. Now, keep in mind, I'm not going to spill all the beans because this product won't be available until mid-2024. But if you show up in person, we'll give you a few extra details that we're not going to reveal here on the broadcast today. Okay, that's going to do it for the show this week. Again, before we close, big shout out to Jason Horner, who really picked up the slack for this particular slacker in making sure we got all the equipment hauled up to Chicago for the trade show, giving up his weekend. And then, of course, Jason will be hauling it all back again. And of course, in addition to that, he's working the show this week. Okay, this is the point in the program where I remind you we're here every Tuesday at 2 o'clock, whether we're fully live or partially live or fully pre-recorded, but we always have folks standing by to answer any questions you have when you watch live. And when you watch on replay, we'd love to see your comments and questions in the comment section. Okay, a reminder, we're celebrating our 10th year of Horner Lighting Group products. Check out their great videos on the Horner APG YouTube channel right alongside our automation content. And don't miss, I think, what is our last training class of the year. I think we have advanced OCS training in mid-November, so sign up for that on our website. Now, next week, we have a Halloween special, so you won't want to miss that. You never know what could happen during the Halloween special. All right, now, if you have not done so already, don't hesitate to subscribe to our channel. It doesn't cost anything. And if you choose notifications when you subscribe, you'll be notified every time we go live or every time we post a new video. Okay, so until next week and the Halloween special, let's all get out there and do us some good.